Testing, testing. Tell me, if anybody can tell me how Dr. Ben Carson became a neurosurgeon. I mean, this man has got to be the craziest dude on this planet. The man makes a statement about, he said that poverty is a state of mind. Listen, people, this man is a neurosurgeon, but poverty is a state of mind. That's what he said. How in the world could a man be that brilliant to work on the human brain and to make a statement like he made the other day in an interview? He said that poverty is a state of mind. And someone asked, or the question, well, so how do you cure hunger? And I guess he said hunger was just an hallucination. He got to be the stupidest guy that you know. Why is it that these politicians, they sit up and say things that they know they lying about because they don't give a damn about the people that they pretend to serve or they want to serve? Donald Trump don't. None of his staff members, they don't care nothing about our country. And neither does Ben Carson. Tell you people, we need to pray that we can get through this. I know those of you who've seen the video that I said that Donald Trump did a good thing with illegal immigrants, which I still believe that he did, that we had to get a handle on illegal immigration. But I'm telling you, these people are crazy. How can you be in charge of the very people you have sworn to serve and protect and to make good decisions for, and you think somehow that poverty is a state of mind? You know this man has got to be just plain or ignorant, or he don't give a damn. Yeah, that Ben Carson, the guy that was running for president, him. What he said was poverty is a state of mind. Yes, and if I keep repeating that, I am in shock that a person would say that. Tell that to a person who's sleeping under a bridge or pushing a basket every day just with his meager belongings in them, or trying to collect cans just to get a meal. But poverty is a state of mind. Ben Carson should keep his mouth closed, because when he opens it, you think he bought his degree. What's up with these Republicans, man? What happened to the Republicans that care about the country and people that they serve? What happened to those people? And in case you guys didn't hear the latest about Mr. I think it's Donald Trump's son-in-law is being investigated by the FBI himself now. And you know, they brought up a really good point about why is it that he's meeting with all these Russian people in the banks and all this. He didn't get elected to anything. He shouldn't even be in the White House. Not with an office. Neither should his daughter. That is the People's House, not Donald Trump's house. People, Donald Trump is dangerous to our democracy. He's spewing this chaos, and people are helping him do it. But I tell you, sooner or later, those chips is going to fall. And they're going to fall really, really hard. Sooner or later, they are going to fall. Anytime that you say, such as his Human and Health Secretary, Housing Secretary, Ben Carson, make a statement about poor people, and then this budget that he put out, $890 billion he's cutting from social program or the social net, and he puts out, I don't know, Human and Service Secretary, or whatever he is, the guy that was explaining the budget, and he says, it is not, no, I backed it up. Yeah, he said it is not how many people going to be cut off the program or the program, but it's how many people going to lose on the safety net, but how many people we get off the program. Duh. You're not making sense, guy. We need to hold these people accountable, people. Donald Trump is a disgrace. And all the people that he have that's involved with him, that's helping him, are disgrace as well. You know, how many of you remember when Obama was president? We didn't have things like this going on. And do any of you all think that President Obama could have gotten away, or if he acted a third of like this gentleman, this guy is doing? There's no one holding him accountable. And there was a guy and a politician doing an interview in Montana. And the guy, the news person or reporter, was trying to get simply asking questions about, well, do you, since the CBO has put out their numbers on the budget, what did he think about it? And I'm sure you've all heard about this. and the guy grabbed the reporter by the neck and body slammed him and was on top of him punching him. Simply because he asked him a question, because earlier he had told the guy that he didn't have an opinion about it because he was waiting for the CBO numbers to come out. So the numbers came out and they was bad and he didn't want to answer it, so he body slammed the reporter. And then, yes, people, our Speaker of the House, who is this guy, what is his name? The Speaker of the House said that the reporter asked him, should he be in the Congress? And he said, he's a guy that the people from Montana wanted to vote for, so he's okay with it. What about happened to the House Ethics Committee? So that means that if I'm a felon and I did my time, Mr. Speaker, you would accept me as a representative in the Congress? Probably not. But if you're a Republican and you have problems, yes. We need to get away from this partisanship. It is about the benefit, the well-being of the people. Listen, Republicans, you're not the only one that are fighting and dying in these wars. It's all Americans. It's not Republicans or Democrats. Excuse me. These are American kids that are dying based on the stupid policies that you guys are putting forth. It makes no sense that you took an oath to serve the country, not yourselves. And the only thing that you guys are serving right now is yourself. You are serving yourself. You're not serving the people. People that are lying should not be allowed to get away with that. Not at all. These people lie from the podium on a daily basis about, if you talk to a lot of people in the Trump administration, it's like they all got baggage, like criminal baggage. And then this guy, Michael Finn, about, well, he's going to ignore the subpoena. Really? Could I ignore a subpoena? Why are they allowing these people to do that? Man, go out there and arrest his ass. Put him behind those 3-inch steel bars. He'll talk. It makes no sense that we allow this man to get away with what he's doing. I guess we don't really have a choice until the next time we vote. But Donald Trump is an embarrassment to our country. Simply because he doesn't know the job or know what he's doing or how to do the job. A couple weeks back, he had the Russians in the White House, and the only pictures that we got from our house, the People House of the United States of America, were photographs that we got from a Russian photographer. We didn't even have, he wouldn't even allow American journalists in that room. Something is going on with this guy, people. Something is going on with him. And I'm telling you, if he's not careful, he could wind up, well, he won't go to jail because they're going to give him a pardon. And Mike Pence is not much better. He tell lies too. You know, he's a wolf in wolf clothing. I just cannot imagine what the Republicans would be saying if this would have been President Obama acting the way this guy's acting. What do you think they would be doing and saying? And they get on the news, on the media, and talk about, well, they're already calling for impeachment. There's no evidence. There's an investigation going on, people. There is something there. You know, there is not just smoke. The White House is on fire. And the first thing they want to, listen, every reporter that's in the conservative talk radio or television, they keep bringing up President Obama's name. What has President Obama got to do with how stupid Donald Trump is? And I saw this one lady, one newscaster reporter on CNN, she actually cut this guy out. She said, wait a minute, how did you get Hillary Clinton and Obama in this conversation? I mean, we're 3 months removed from his president. 180 days, 100 days he's in the White House, and you're still talking about Obama. He's gone. What is going on? Because they have nothing to offer. Absolutely nothing. That's why I said that Ben Carson must have purchased his license to practice from Sears or from one of those. He ordered them from the Philippines. I'm told they print up a lot of their documents. Nobody in their right mind would say that poverty is a state of mind. Ben Carson, you didn't always have money. Was it a state of mind when you was poor? That's how ignorant you sound, man. And I'm not against you because you're Republican. I'm against you because of your stupidity, the things you say. You make no sense. Anyway, enough of that. I just wanted to share that. I wanted to get this out here, and get as many people as possible. Just in case you're not paying attention to the news, you can always go on YouTube and find this information here. I'm just trying to keep people aware of what's going on in our country. Okay, enough about those idiots. There's a couple things that are going on. There's the military is about to do their first execution, I'm told, in 50 years. And this is a black guy who was in the army. And mind you, this is the thing that really bothers me about this. This man have raped and killed a number of women. Black guy. But he tells the judge that the death penalty should be thrown out because it's racially biased. Could be. I have one question for that gentleman. Was it racially biased when you was murdering those women and you were black? Were you doing it because you were black? Or they were black? Or whatever color they were? Were you racially biased when you murdered those people? I'm not going to spend any more time on this because this guy, I don't even know why the army would put him in his uniform. That's the last time he's going to wear it. Execution time, buddy. Nope. You should pay the price. You should not kill people and then ask for mercy and clemency. None of that. Nope. Your time, you out of here, bud. Shoot him. Execute him. Army. And that brings me to Dylann Roof. You remember him. He went down here in this church and killed all these folks in this historical black church, and they asked him, they invited him in to pray with him. Okay, now that the trial is over and he's got the death penalty, he appealed to the court for mercy. Well, Dylann, you had mercy in your hand when you was sitting there in that church to those 9 black people you murdered just because they were black. Did you show any mercy? No, you don't deserve no mercy and you're not going to get it. Take that to the grave with you, buddy. What's wrong with these people? Murdering folks, and then they don't want to die, but why are you taking a life and why you take something you can't give back? You're out of here, bud. You're gone. Did you hear about the gentleman that in Maryland? This white, all bright guy, or right from the same Bannon guy, one of his people, or he was connected to the all-right group, and he murdered a young black officer that was about to graduate from, I think he went to Boise State. That happened in Maryland, University of Maryland. He stabbed a guy, walked up to him and told him to move to the right, stabbed him and ran off. Then he said it wasn't race. Okay, well. It was race. You're caught, and you should get the death penalty as well. Remember, I did a video a while back. Yes, we're not going to hate white folks because these people are doing what they do. We're going to let our laws, which we all need to live by and are governed by, take care of whatever color individual is, black, white, brown, purple, whatever. If you violated the law, let the law take care of them. That's how we keep our country from being in chaos and all this other foolishness that are going on around the world. This is the one thing why I am so against illegal immigration. These people are bringing their bad habits here. They function the same. They don't care nothing about our country because if they're violating our laws and they can get away with it, so what is there for them to respect? What? And this is why how can you give a person a driver's license and I can use my driver's license to ID myself to vote? Why they can't use the same driver's license? That's why they shouldn't have a driver's license. They broke the law. They should be, when they caught up to, they should be deported. And I'm not saying this out of hate, because that's the same thing that would happen to any of us as Americans that go to any country. They don't change laws for us. We have to follow their rules and their regulations and their customs. These people don't do that. Okay. I'm on one today. One more thing, and then I got a couple, maybe 4 or 5 more minutes, then I'm gonna cut this video short. Listen, what about the lady? I can't pronounce her name. She's Chinese, some Chu Wu or something like that. She lives in Pomona. She had a business in Pomona, and she was spying for China, exporting sensitive military technology to China, taking their labels off of it because it wasn't supposed to be out, and they caught her. They caught her, ladies and gentlemen, and they said she had 14 counts of felonies, 14 felony counts, and espionage and stealing technology or whatever. It's industrial something technology. Is really bad. And they tell me, or what I read is that if convicted, and she will be convicted because she's Chinese and she was stealing, because that's what they do from our country, 150 years. Now that's I'll be long gone before then on my journey. But I'm telling you, she's not the only one, brothers and sisters, Americans. We are all Americans first. I want everyone that's American. Let's be Americans, regardless of what our background or where we come from. We need to stand, as we've done for the last 300 years, to take care of our country. That's what we need to do now, people. Put aside all this color crap, and we need to come together and make sure that our country stay on the path that it's been on for 300 years. And remember, I'm the product of slavery, and I'm saying this. We have gone through that history. We have learned how to live with each other. We learned how to respect each other. Let's not let a few idiots, whatever color they are, black or white, destroy what we have. Let's not let people who've come into our country from Russia and China and everywhere else with their evil ways to destroy the democracy that we built. Let's not do that. Let's stand strong. Let's be vigilant. See something, say something. Let's let people know that we're here to protect our children and our offsprings, that we want to pass what we have on to our kids. And my one last thought here. There was a Chinese individual in South Carolina, way up in the mountain somewhere on a dirt road. The sheriff shows up at his house. And I didn't even read, it wasn't for whatever it was, but he opens the door and he says, "Well, I guess you're here for the poppy, huh?" The sheriff said, "Poppy?" People, Chinese guy he had grew $500 million worth of heroin poppies in the mountainside in South Carolina. And this guy, from what I'm told, he was involved in the murder of some guy's family, and all this. So they caught up with him. Chinese. I think they should execute his ass and send him back in pieces. That's what I think. But anyway, I really appreciate, as always, the opportunity to share with you my thoughts, to invite you to have a conversation, to invite you to visit. You see this, click on this channel on YouTube. Listen to what I have to say, whether you agree or disagree. I'm not afraid to hear people who disagree with me. That's the conversation we need to have. Not like, but honest conversation about what we like about, or agree on, or disagree on. Let's just have a conversation. Thank you. Until next.